Hello, everybody. Welcome back to That Real Texas Team podcast, episode 60 here on the channel. And we are doing a reaction to the Christmas Day slaughter in Houston, 31-2 in favor of the Baltimore Ravens. My name is Curtis. You can find me over at Curtis Podcast Network. I'm also the host of this AFC South show. With me, as always, my main man, Mike. You can catch him over at Mass 3 Productions, holding it down. Like, subscribe, notification bell across all the social medias. And don't be surprised when you see that some of the mutual friends of Mike is definitely one of them is your mom. Down here at the bottom, we got Chris, aka Pac-Man Freestyle, aka Slim Chickens, host of That's Crazy Podcast and Talk. Like, subscribe, notification bell across all social media platforms, YouTube included. Trying to help these gentlemen grow their channels as well. But without any further ado, what the fuck was that? 31-2. We're really going to trot that out there? 31-2?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't.
And the defense scored 2 points.
Yeah. Well,
for a split second, I knew what it felt to be a Cleveland Brown fan. I felt it.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, where to start? Here's a good one. Safety help, DB reshuffling. At this point, we've got we got a few extra days this week before we have to even prepare for our opponent the final Sunday of the year. And
11, 12 days.
11, 12 days. It's basically a little mini bye week. We could bring some people in. With Jimmy Ward on IR, Jalen Petrie on IR, Kalen Bullock being as young as he is, it probably wouldn't hurt to kick the tires, bring some people in of some defensive backs. I've got the list pulled up. Cornerback.
Kamari Lassiter needs to come back out the slot. Stop. That wasn't a good idea.
Yeah. You got cornerbacks, Xavier Howard, Patrick Peterson, J.C. Jackson. Wouldn't mind any of those guys. Safety options, Curse, Adrian Phillips, Keanu Neal, Terrell Edmonds, Adrian Amos. Of course, we remember him from last year. The names that are available aren't great, but are any of those names better than Jeff Okudah or Miles Bryant or Eric Murray, MJ Stewart? Because for the first time, we actually saw a fair amount of MJ Stewart. And I kind of forget how small he is every time. He's a little guy.
Sounds like it's a big guy. Sounds like a big guy. It does.
Yeah.
It's not.
So of those names, gentlemen, if you're Caserio, who you bringing in?
Top three on the cornerback side are all in for a visit, just to see who's actually in shape. At least 3 or 4 of these safeties I'm going to look at. Amos would get a call in just because we know him. But look at Curse, Neal, Edmonds.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think we were talking about it before we got on. Keanu Neal has played that star position before.
Yeah. He's even had teams try to full-blown convert him to linebacker.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's got that Jalen Petrie skill set. Maybe that would be useful. But I know he doesn't have that top-end speed. That's kind of been his big Achilles heel. Chris, what do you think?
So, like I said, on the cornerback side, I agree the top 3. And just because I think we need safety help, but I also think it's easier to convert a corner to safety, especially an old corner to convert to safety. It's a lot easier for them.
We have
Yeah, I'm not the safeties. I'm not really big on that.
We have 3 weeks between now and that wild card game, correct?
Which
No,
I think everybody.
I don't
I
think
think
there's a
all our
week.
starters need to be sitting. I don't care about the Baltimore
Well,
game.
no.
I don't think they need to play. They need to sit.
Well, no, that's the whole thing. Why I said we have 3 weeks because we have, like I said, about 12 days between now and the Titans game.
No, today's Friday. We had,
It's about 8.
yeah, we got like 8 days.
Okay,
And then,
8 days, then
and
another
then
6.
So we'll have about 16. So we'll probably play on a Saturday, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
about 16 days. I'll say
Not
16.
probably. We don't have very much time to convert a cornerback to safety if he's never done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I think those top 3 names would be they would be the easiest if you wanted to do it in a fair amount of time because I feel like they would be able to do it. The rest of them, I don't know too much about the rest of them, but I'm just saying, just from skill set wise.
Which, just put in perspective, Patrick Peterson did it for the Steelers last year. He did.
Yeah. Look, of those top 3 corner names, that was kind of what I was thinking. Maybe you bring in Howard, assuming, legal battles are, not a problem at the moment.
If
And
they
then
tell me the legal shit's going to be in the off season, come on.
Yeah, that's all I need. And then you've got, I would sign Patrick Peterson and put him at safety immediately. I don't know if that necessarily is a great, we just solved the problem, but Patrick Peterson's never been necessarily one to be a great tackler, but he is probably better than Eric Murray and MJ Stewart at it. So I'm not going to knock you on that one, but we're in a rock and a hard place in the secondary right now. All year it was kind of held together by duct tape and toothpicks, and now shit's starting to fall apart. And people are, out for the rest of the year. We're kind of cooked here. We need to figure something out. I don't think at this point, if we don't do anything, there is probably about a 50-50 shot we're one and done, regardless of whoever we're playing. Yep. If we bring in somebody and they play even remotely decent football, I think that percentage goes up a little bit in favor. But
let me ask you guys a question. Do y'all blame Nick Caserio?
No.
This? Or is this just no? Because it's like a lot of freak injuries, right? A lot of them.
Yeah, there's just a lot of freak injuries, and it's just a lot of freak injuries. I think Nick Caserio has been doing honestly, I wasn't sure about the job he was doing at first, but I think he did. I think he did great in the offseason. Of course, he did great in the offseason. Before the season started, we were one of those teams that could have possibly made a Super Bowl run. So obviously he did great in the offseason. With all the signings and things like that, we questioned the Daniil Hunter trade. I don't question that anymore, or signing. He wasn't a trade, but the signing, especially with letting go of Bernard.
You said it right. He was a trade.
Basically. It was questioned. The only thing I question about it is Jeff Okudah. It's the only thing I question. I don't question basically anything else. I don't question anything else. Even because he drafted, didn't he draft Kenyon Green?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I don't question that because I understand why he drafted him. Why he drafted him. So he drafted Stingley. There are a lot of he drafted Petrie, and these. I mean, except for Kenyon Green, who's like obviously apparently our best run blocker, but that's it. They were good picks. He knows what he's doing, so I'm not mad at him as far as the injuries go. And even still, there's games that we should. Damn it! Look at Detroit; they're still winning.
Yeah, the thing that feels painful for the Kenyon Green draft is the fact that we had an opportunity at Linderbaum.
Yeah, the Ravens center.
Yeah, he was in our sights. We could have easily drafted him. That's the only reason. Wasn't it another one? One of the guys that's for the Chargers.
Who was our center then? No, it had to depend on who was our center then.
Justin Britt.
Yep, we didn't have a center.
You said,
We didn't have a center. Because you remember, Curtis, you remember before this draft, Linderbaum was no question the best center in the draft.
Yeah.
And it wasn't close.
No, it was him. And then there was he was far and away the best offensive lineman.
Correct.
And then there was a good gap between the next one, which I don't even remember who that was. And then it was Kenyon Green. But I think he thought we needed a guard more than we needed a center because of Justin Britt. And then Justin Britt retired after the first game the following season.
After not playing the whole year.
Britt?
Oh, man.
No, he played the whole year last year.
He just wasn't good. I'm sorry.
No, he wasn't. But he's also far and away he was the better of the centers that we had that year. And then we had to roll out Scott Quesenberry every week until he got hurt. And then that was Jared Patterson.
But we love them Quesenberry boys. I know that much.
Yeah.
They're
I think
good,
we've had all
football players. They're good football players. Because almost all of them are still in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So with this loss, we fall to 9-7. My pre-season prediction was about 10, 11 wins, 12 on the high end. Mm-hmm. To get to 10 wins, we got to win this final week. However, it doesn't mean anything for playoffs. So week 18 doesn't matter. But does it? Do you need to, if I'm D'Amico Ryans, I don't give a shit that next week doesn't matter or that this week doesn't matter. I need to see my team go out here and do some things very well.
After you get your ass kicked like that, you can't sit at home and rest.
No,
you can't.
That's why I feel like that's why CJ was still in the game. I don't think it was a matter. I think CJ kept playing because he was trying because there was a point in time
because he needed to. He needed to play. There was 4 or 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and he was still playing. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I wouldn't even watch it no more. I was just looking at ESPN to see if he was still playing. It was so embarrassing. I couldn't. I still had the TV going, but I was doing other things.
Yeah,
trying to eat or something. I don't know.
I hate to say it. CJ said this already. He continues to use his basketball analogy. I'm a shooter. I got to keep shooting. I'm out of rhythm. I got to keep shooting. You don't fix your rhythm by looking at video of you not being in rhythm. You got to find that rhythm. That's why I think, if nothing else, he's going to play at least the first half against the Titans.
Yeah.
To find that rhythm. You got to find something, or no matter who we play, they're going to kick our ass.
So real quick question, just kind of off subject. So, what's up with Dameon Pierce in his backfield?
What do we mean?
I don't feel like I'm seeing.
Oh, he played. He played against Baltimore.
I saw him a couple times.
Yeah, he might
but
have.
I feel like I'm seeing him less than I was before. I felt like before. I know he was hurt throughout the season, but I feel like whenever. I don't know. It's just mixing in there. We're not doing a 1-2 punch. I feel like they need to try a 1-2 punch like some of these other teams do.
But the thing was, we paid Joe Mixon to be a workhorse, and he's been a workhorse.
Yeah.
True.
When I saw that Joe Mixon still had quite a bit left in the tank, I knew that most of the snaps are going to be his. I would like to see a little bit more Dameon Pierce out there because Dameon Pierce looked like he had some juice against Baltimore. He looked like he had something. But
yeah, he had a good kickoff return too. He's had quite a few of those good kickoff returns. Obviously, I don't know. I'm just
Mixon needs 7 yards to get to 1,000 on the season.
He'll be playing.
He'll get that.
Let's see. Dameon Pierce has carried the ball 21 times for 117 yards and 1 touchdown. He averages 5.5 a carry. That's kind of impressive. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's actually that's pretty good. It leads into the question: why is he not playing more?
Well, here's something crazy. Almost anybody who's run the ball, with the exception of British Brooks and Stephon Diggs, has at minimum 4 yards a carry.
But we can't run the ball.
CJ Stroud, 4.48. Joe Mixon, 4.14. Dameon Pierce, 5.57. Dare, 4.11. JJ Taylor, 4.4. Tank Dell, 4.78. Stephon Diggs, 2.67. British Brooks, 1 carry for 2 yards.
I missed that game.
It actually makes us sound like we're a good running team.
It's crazy. Nico is 32 yards away from 1,000.
He'll be playing.
Dalton Schultz has crossed 50 receptions and 503 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs, 47 receptions, 496 yards, 3 touchdowns. Joe Mixon has an additional 304 yards through the air and 35 catches with another touchdown. John Mechie, 22 catches, 230 yards, and a touchdown.
Where's Tank at?
Tank has 51 catches, 667 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
So, in other words, he was still having a pretty decent year.
Yeah. Our leading tackler this season. Anybody want to take a guess?
Henry Tall.
Damn right.
Yeah, I was going to say Henry T.
Yep.
I swear.
You can't watch a football game and not know it's him.
Anybody want to take a guess at number 2?
Jalen Petrie.
No.
Number 4.
I was going to say,
Is Aziz?
It can't be Aziz.
Number 3 is Aziz.
Yeah, he's up there.
Well, I didn't think he was number 2. I figured he
number
was up
2 is Eric Murray.
Fuck me.
Henry T has 102 tackles. That's tackles solo and assist. Eric Murray, 71. Aziz and Jalen. Aziz is at 68. Jalen, 65. Kamari is at 57. Derek is at 54. Stingley. Let's see.
Bro, am I the only person seeing a problem with that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if anybody is getting to your secondary and they're leading your... Yeah, you're not right.
Why the hell are your defensive backs in the top 5 of tackles? Petrie, I understood because Petrie was damn near lined up as a linebacker all year long.
Oh, yeah. Well, Petrie makes sense. And that's what I'm saying.
Not Eric Murray. Eric Murray don't make any goddamn sense.
So Derek Stingley, I think, leads the team in pass deflections.
Okay.
There's a 3-way tie for second, I'm sorry. Between Lassiter, Bullock, and Eric Murray at 10 pass deflections apiece.
Murray's finna get another goddamn contract from us.
He's got 1 sack. He's got 1 tackle for loss, 1 interception.
Eric Murray out there. Eric Murray is out there screaming, "Y'all need to put some more respect on my name."
He's trying. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, that kind of hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that was actually sort of depressing.
Yeah. But I wanted to see how close we were to some big milestones. I want to see Joe Mixon get to 1,000, 7 yards. Come on. I think we can get that.
That's a given.
But yeah, you gotta want to see this team do better in week 18, get some stuff going, get on a roll. All right. Well, look, let's get
good. Then we just do a Pittsburgh Steelers comparison. Remember what happened to them last time they looked good? Remember they started out 11-1. That didn't end too well. Or 11-0 with the last year of Big Ben.
Yep.
Yeah, that didn't end well for them.
Nope.
And when you're trending downward, as much as you beating a football team, I honestly just think they should just rest. I don't want to say it like this, but we've been so bad, might as well just rest everybody. Let them get some rest. Hopefully, let them get some rest or rust or whatever you want to call it. But
look at this bottom. Look at this bottom corner score. 31-2. If it was 31-27, I'd be like, yeah, let's go ahead and rest these guys. Let them take some time off. But it was 31-2. Nobody has earned the right to rest.
Right.
I love D'Amico. But D'Amico ain't allowed to get some rest. He is allowed to eat Christmas dinner with his family, then get into the film room.
Oh yeah, he got to do that. We were at home.
Bobby Slowick, he doesn't even get to go home.
No, he needs to be sleeping enough.
He got to stay in the fucking stadium.
Yeah. You're sleeping in the visiting locker room
tonight. Hey, no, he needs to sleep there until the playoff game. Until the playoff game. It's at home, so he can stay there. We don't even take him to Tennessee. He can call plays from the locker room.
Bro, Bobby Slowick is the type of guy to get everybody fired.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
The play call is atrocious.
All right. Look, let's move to the risers and fallers here. Let's stay on the negative and then we'll get positive with it. The run defense. Positive. The run defense this week. It didn't matter if it was the quarterback, the running back. The run defense tried not to exist as best as they could. The moment that Foley Fatukasi was not going to be playing was the moment I was like, shit.
Oh, yeah, we missed him so badly.
So bad.
Bro, I don't even know what else we missed.
Oh, Aziz.
Other than tackles. We missed a lot of tackles.
I wonder how much of a difference it makes with Aziz and Fatukasi in the game.
Yeah, because like literally they were just – did you see how they were moving them out the way? Like, and I mean, we're going to skip how big and strong Derrick Henry is. Forget that. Did y'all see these defensive linemen getting moved out the way so Derrick Henry can just walk through the middle? Walk through the middle.
I am bigger than Mario Edwards Jr. And Danico Autry is just taller than I am. Like, it is not these guys are not big dudes. I outweigh both of these guys by at least 40 pounds. And I don't play in the NFL. Play a little bit of college, but they're light. They built this team to be a pin your ears back pass rush defense. And when they are playing as a tie or from behind and the other team gets to run the ball and there's no Foley Fatukasi, we're cooked.
The thing is, this team should have had 3 Foleys. We should have had 3 guys at that same build. Now, I'm not saying all 3 guys are starting or anything like that, but when Foley's not on the field, you need another run stopper. You know who our other run stopper is? Kurt fucking Heinisch.
Yeah. Yeah.
The undrafted guy.
Yeah. And he's stuck around, but he's not the answer.
I'm still trying to figure out why he's still here.
Just because he's big.
Exactly. That's the only reason. When all the rest of your other defensive tackles are 265.
280.
You got to have another 300-pound guy just to put out there.
Yeah. See, because Danico's about 275, 280. Mario Edwards Jr. is about 290.
And he put on weight to do that.
Yeah.
Last year he wasn't that heavy.
No. So we kind of knew that this is what was going to happen. but we assumed that Foley would be available for the biggest games of the season, and he has not been so far. The Jaguars fans tried to warn us, but we didn't listen. And coming into this season, the biggest weak points for me were the secondary and the interior defensive linemen. I didn't think we added enough. And lo and behold, bringing in one corner that was worth a shit, that being Kamari Lassiter, and then everybody else being special teams aces to make Frank Ross happy. And then you're hoping and wishing that Jeff Okudah can play decent football.
He can't.
And then you brought in Mario Edwards, who's had a damn solid season in the pass rush department. Brought in Tim Settle, who's admittedly a bigger guy. I think he's in the 300-pound club, but
yeah, he's a 300-pound guy.
But he's also more of a pass rush guy. I mean, he's had some really good pass rush reps.
And he's also a career backup.
Yeah. I mean, he sat behind Ed Oliver in Buffalo and rotated. So, I mean, hopefully he learned something. But then on the flip side, the pass rush. Because they didn't have to throw the ball that much, the pass rush, it didn't mean shit. I think we got one sack on Lamar, right?
Yeah, that was early in the game.
Yeah.
And then the guy, what was it? He has a really hard name to say. Is the one that got the sack. I can't say his damn name. Starts with a T.
Togai.
There you go.
Yeah, Tommy Togai.
Yeah.
Pass rush, non-existent on passing plays, except for the one. And that was defensive tackle number 5, technically. He's been a practice squad elevation for the last 3 weeks.
I don't even remember assigning him to the practice squad. I don't remember.
He's been on the practice squad, if I'm not mistaken, all year.
Oh, so he was an early signing.
Yeah. Another faller would be the offensive line coach and the offensive line scheme. I say that only because there was at least 6 or 7 times that an end and a defensive tackle for the Ravens did a stunt and just completely bamboozled 3 of our offensive linemen to the point where they were just standing there with their thumbs in their ass, just like, what the hell is going on? That is poor communication. That is inexperience. That is not communicating thoroughly for the coach to, like, you can teach kids like these guys enough of the system to where the communication doesn't necessarily become the end all beat all, but like they're not even doing that. The offensive line coach needs to go and he'll probably never work again.
Kendrick Green was the first guy to help up CJ Stroud. Why is that?
I don't know. I did notice that. And there were even a couple occasions where the Ravens guys were helping him out.
That's because he missed his fucking block that bad. Those stunts. It was normally him that ends up looking bad in the stunt. It wasn't always his fault. But you put Kendrick Green next to a rookie.
Yeah. Now, I will say
the left side of the offensive line figured out the stunts, but you have 2 veterans over there. Your 2 most experienced linemen. They can talk to each other and say, hey, when this motherfucker spins this way, you get him, I'm going to get this one.
Yeah. Instead, we've got he was playing right guard. Kendrick Green and Blake Bishop, who's young as hell, and Jarrett Patterson, who's young as hell, going out there and getting worked. Everybody knows that this is the weak point. When you put Titus at the left guard spot, you just ensured that the right side will be the only one really the target of any sort of stunts or heavy blitz packages or anything. Oh, all these guys are collectively under the age of 25? Fuck it.
Let's go.
Yeah, 25 is crazy.
Because it sounds bad when you watch it, but if you've watched the Texans most of this year, a lot of times they would try to avoid putting their pass rushers on Laramie or Titus.
Yeah.
You would see defensive ends sliding in. just to avoid those two guys.
Yep.
So what happens when you put those two guys on one side?
No, you just slide everybody over. You
Just
ain't even got
avoid that side.
Yep. Yeah. And then you just have a scheme. Oh, I'm not gonna run to you. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run around. I'm gonna run around my D tackle and just come up the middle. That's all I'm gonna do. Just gonna run around my D tackle.
Yep.
And,
Now, and just to put this in perspective of how bad this could possibly be, T.J. Watt loves to feast on right tackles. He only feasts on right tackles. He doesn't switch sides ever.
Yeah.
Who's our right tackle?
Blake Fisher, rookie. Yep.
oh no, CJ's gonna be in trouble with TJ Watt. I'm so scared of that.
Well, CJ's got his CJ's got his own shit going on right now. Namely, this is the last faller I've got, and we can get on to more positive things. CJ Stroud and Bobby Slowick collectively as the fallers. CJ Stroud is on this because of the 6 wide open passes that he missed that should have been easy pickings. That little dump off pass to Dalton Schultz while he was under pressure, and nobody is on that side of the field.
Oh yeah,
Not
30
one
yards.
person. He threw it from me to like 10 yards away from himself, like just 10 yards pitch and catch here. They do this every day during warm-ups. And he just fucking threw it in the dirt. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And then Bobby Slowick, because I haven't seen a quarterback in a Texans uniform look this bad and disheveled since David Carr wore number 8. I mean, David Carr was sacked well over 140 times between just 2 seasons of his career. So if anyone deserved to be gun shy in the pocket, it's probably him. But we're seeing that happen to CJ. On top of all the other shit that's going on this season. Tank Dell maybe being gone for 2 years. Poor offensive line play. All of the general sacks just, that he's taken because he's holding the ball too long. Wide receivers not getting open. It's almost too creepy how similar Derek and Stinglet, Jesus Christ, I'm doing what Chris does. David and CJ look similar when it comes down to it. It's a crying shame, but
it's terrifying me because I saw David Carr get ruined.
Yeah.
You can ruin a quarterback in a year.
Yeah. Now, do you guys remember a quarterback that took over for Peyton Manning in Indianapolis? His name was Andrew Luck.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts ruined that man.
Daddy named Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all see how Andrew Luck looks now?
Yeah, he looks like a cancer patient. It's terrible.
But he looks happy. He
looks like he's not being abused as well. Yeah. No, but
they used to make him run the ball.
Tired.
Yeah.
And Andrew Luck was great. Think about how great he was while getting destroyed.
All the time. He retired, and the year he retired, that was the best that the Colts offensive line has ever been.
And he still said, no, I can't do this shit anymore.
Yeah. And now we're still sitting here, and most of those pieces of that offensive line are still in place. The right tackle, the center, the left guard. They've had some rotation over there at left tackle, but now they've settled in on one guy. They have the best offensive line in football, and now they have another rookie who just, sucks. But I feel like that could happen. We might see, unless we do some dramatic changes to the offensive line, I could see a world where, CJ retires early and then we get the offensive line figured out. And
Yeah.
piss me the hell off, but
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
CJ does seem like he's one of those guys that says, I don't need football to.
Yeah. Do you remember when we drafted him? Somebody asked him what the only thing outside of football that draws his interest. He's like, one day I'll leave football to go do evangelical work.
Yep.
So he already knows what the next step is after football. If all of this gets too much, he's already made life-changing money as a number 2 overall draft pick. He doesn't need it.
And I'm not trying to be funny. His father's going to be out of jail soon.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's something to think about. If we keep abusing the man, he could just bounce. Then again, you've also got Josh Dobbs, who's been like a certified astronaut for like however long, and he's still playing football.
The thing is, Cal, when this offseason comes, you and Casario need to sit in a room and say, what do we need? How much do I need to pay to improve this offensive line?
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Do I need to burn draft capital? Do I need to burn money? Like, maybe we need to call the Colts and say, hey, we'll give you this year's second, next year's third for one of those offensive linemen.
You're not using them. Shit, I'd love Quentin Nelson.
Yes, that's the person I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
He's wasting away.
Yeah.
While we sit up having conversations.
Hey, I'm cool with that. That'd be all right with me. Let's move on to the risers real quick. Now, when I originally made this list before I got any notes from the other guys, I had guys on this list that didn't play at all last week, or against the Ravens, I should say. No, so my risers, Azeez Al-Shaair, because the absence of him made the heart grow fonder. Same thing with Foley Fadukasi and Deontay Johnson. We have no idea what the hell Deontay Johnson is going to bring to the table, but damn it, like stock went up after this week.
I would say
it's probably why they play. I didn't even think about that. That's probably why they play, because so they can get some reps in game. I didn't even think. I forgot all about Deontay Johnson, to be honest, because I'm not excited about him. Glad we got another receiver. Whoop-de fucking do, but I'm not excited about Deontay Johnson.
Azeez not being on the field had quarterbacks running around unscared.
Yeah,
because I fully goddamn guarantee at least Patrick Mahomes wouldn't have been trying to run for a fucking touchdown knowing Azeez was out there.
Yeah.
He had no fucking fear. Neither did Lamar. Lamar said, this motherfucker said I was jogging.
This is what it looked like.
Yeah.
I want to jog.
Here chasing him.
Yeah. I want to jog 21 miles an hour. That'd be nice.
Yeah, fuck that.
And then Mike added John Mechie and Xavier Hutchinson because honestly, they did play pretty admirable football. I mean, technically, Nico Collins led the team in receiving yards, but John Mechie was right there. He had 4 catches for 58 yards, 59 maybe.
Well, I think Nico had 59, so he had to win 58.
We're going to pull it up. We gonna pull it up. Oh, hell. Nico had 59. John Mechie had 48. Sorry. And then Robert Woods and Dalton Schultz both had 2 catches for 21 yards. 6 targets.
Robert Woods. I took him to go under on the yards, and he was doing so good until the end of the game. He had 1 catch for so long.
16, yeah. We had 3 receivers with 2 catches for 21 yards, which is kind of weird. And then Joe Mixon, 2 catches for 13. Just an ugly game. Just a terrible,
Oh,
awful.
it was all around. But like I say, I honestly think the defense started to give up. When the offense ain't doing nothing, the defense started to get up. They're tired. And
Mhm.
like, what are you gonna do? And then, like you say, we have these little guys out there, you know, trying, and then that's sad for me to call them little guys because they're not that much bigger than
Bro,
me.
Yeah.
bro, but the thing about it is what I expected to see Derrick Henry be the big bully, laughing as he's running people over. He really didn't have to do that. His offensive line were creating holes big enough for a car to go through.
Yeah. They were bringing up stats that this year was the most yards per carry before contact that he's ever had in his NFL career.
And it's not even close. It was by a lot. I remember that
I get
stat.
so sick of records being made against us. Don't it feel like every team always
No.
breaks a record against us?
That
No,
was
it not against us, just in general.
Oh,
Yeah.
For this year. This being a guy that has led the league in rushing like 4 times,
yeah.
this is still his best year ever. And Saquon Barkley's killing that. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but-
this is his easiest year ever. I'm not gonna say it's his best year, but
yeah, I think this is easier. I think this would have been his best year if look here. I think Baltimore would have won all their games. I know I'm getting a little off subject. If they'd have just lived through Derrick Henry, like if they just lived through Derrick Henry, they're as bad as that defense is playing. You live through Derrick Henry, somebody who is gonna forget what the offensive line does. I know you want Lamar to do this and to do that, but he could still do this and do that if you live through Derrick Henry. Like, and I
they
felt
do.
like at the beginning of the game, that's what they did. And then, I don't know.
Lamar Jackson did also use this game to pass Michael Vick. Career numbers. Michael Vick's career numbers. Is Lamar 30 yet?
Well, Lamar ain't nowhere near 30.
No,
Was
he's
he
got
25?
no, he's 28.
He's got to be 30. Yeah, he's got to be almost 30.
Lamar Jackson
He's already gotten that second contract.
he's 27.
There you go.
He's getting ready to turn 28.
Yeah, January 7th is his birthday. So
And that guy has already surpassed Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Who, do y'all, and that's with Josh Allen running his fucking ass off this year.
Yeah.
It's still Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
No, but I hate it. Like last year, Lamar Jackson wasn't like years past Lamar Jackson that we faced. The one that hits that was hitting that spin move, the crazy spin move. Well, Lamar Jackson used to tear us up. I hated playing Lamar Jackson.
But
And
he had to run like that. He doesn't have to run like that anymore. He can
he
jog
don't.
around the corner. He can jog around the corner not being touched.
Yeah, that's at 21 miles an hour because he surely was not touched. Derrick Henry,
Curtis said it before. The Baltimore Ravens that we're currently watching is a team that makes defenses hate the running game. Because there's nothing. Whenever you think, okay, I'm finally starting to key in on how to stop Derrick Henry, they started running that RPO.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually, like you said, it's actually a run option. It's actually a run option. And what do you do when you're using all your energy to stop this big guy from running you the fuck over? The little guy scampers around the corner and picks up speed on you.
Yep.
And he's stepping out of bounds. He's not taking hits. This is some bullshit.
yeah, and I mean, like I said, the only way
that's frustrating enough to make your defense quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
Look, let's go ahead. Let's pivot here. So the running game the last couple weeks has not looked great. The defense did not look great in this game. Outside of Kamari Lassiter's safety, there was no points scored by the Texans.
Well, Anderson was decent for like a quarter.
Yeah, and then he kept biting on the read option. Never stuck with Lamar. And then there was even
it seemed like that was his job because he was doing that before. It didn't seem like he was biting on Lamar to begin the game.
Well,
the way I was looking at it.
True, but I think everybody at the beginning of the game was like, "Oh fuck, stop Derek." And then when they started doing the read option stuff, you're supposed to read and react as an edge rusher. You're supposed to set the edge unless you know that there's someone outside of you that has that responsibility, has the quarterback or has the running back. Now, maybe that was the case, but
That's the way it looked. I'm going to be honest. It looked like that. It looked like I don't know.
But you can't do that when you're only running 2 linebackers on the field. That's
Yeah.
a 3 linebacker thing. You can't be. You
Yeah.
are the end of the line, or you're trusting your cornerback to get Derrick Henry on the ground by himself.
Yeah. Which is not a recipe for success. The rest of the game, though, that read option was so lethal. They didn't have to throw the ball much. When they did, it was effective. They had that
because of the play action, made it super effective
every time. There was so many times I'd watched our defenders bite real hard on that play action, and then Mark Andrews just bebopping around the corner, right there. Yep. Well, let's end this on a high note, gentlemen. At the moment, it looks as though the Steelers are going to be the 5 seed in the wild card round. That'll have us versus them. That'll have the Ravens playing, I think, the Chargers, and then they'll have
they can beat them,
and then the Bills playing the Broncos. Now, with this weekend slate coming up, here's some things that you should watch because it could get real interesting here. The Bengals are playing the Broncos this week. If the Bengals win and win next week, they get in the playoffs over the Broncos.
Holy shit.
If the Colts win out, there's a world where if the Chargers lose, I know, bud. I'm not done. Go, go, go. Hi.
I know that was your friend.
Uh-huh. I know. Hold on. Go.
I love it.
Chargers. Yeah, the Bengals have to win out. The Bengals and the Colts, like they're in the same exact position. They have to both win out. But I guess also, let me look at this again. The way it looks, though, it looks like the Bengals would have to win out. The Colts and Miami and the Colts would have to at least lose one, and Denver or the Chargers look like they'd have to lose one.
Yes. Well, the Bengals play the Broncos.
Oh, they play the Broncos? Oh, okay.
Yes. So that
The
gives them
Bengals
that in.
for their life. Yeah.
Yeah. Gives them that head-to-head. They would win if they win. The
Yeah,
Colts.
but the Broncos would have to lose out, though, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but I think they play the Chiefs week 18. And
okay, and Patrick Mahomes is probably going to be sitting.
Absolutely, but the Chiefs aren't going to lose that game.
They got a chance to have. They have a chance to have a 16-1 season. They're not going to pass it up. Don't be surprised if Patrick Mahomes plays the first half just to put the game away.
Well, I mean, think about last time they played. I mean, that was a blocked field goal away from the Broncos winning that game. And that was both teams under 20 points. I think.
You know what's crazy? So, like, if the Chargers and the Broncos get in, that's going to be 3 teams from Kansas City's division that goes to the playoffs. And when's the last time the Chargers made it whenever they blew that crazy lead to Jacksonville? It's the last time anybody from their division made the playoffs, like with them. Oh, that is crazy. I'm looking at this and I'm just realizing that. And, like, I don't care. Like, if the Bengals get in, whatever, but they don't deserve to get in.
But look at the other possibility. The AFC North, it's the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the AFC North is way better, though.
Are they? For the longest, the AFC West was better. They were. San Diego was known for being a playoff team. Oh shit! I called him San Diego. My bad.
Los
They were
Angeles.
known for Los Angeles.
I mean, come on, they don't even have real fans there. We're not going to do that. They don't even have real fans there in LA. So
They got rich.
they got fans.
Yeah. But look, of that wild card slate, just assuming that right now the way it looks is the way it is, I think we have a shot at beating the Steelers. They're probably, as I would say, they and the Broncos are almost in the same boat we're in. So I think we would have a competitive game with both of those teams. If we win, and assuming the higher seed wins in all the other matchups, that'd be the Bills beating whoever the number 7 is, the Broncos, and the Ravens beating the Chargers. That would have the Ravens and the Bills playing in round 2, and then us playing the Chiefs in Kansas City again.
But I don't care. Indy go make the
I still
playoffs, and we gonna have to play them again. Oh no, we not even gonna get a chance to play them.
I still believe the Chiefs are beatable.
I do too.
Out of all those teams, they are the most beatable.
Yeah, especially in that second round. Honestly, if
That's
this
who
is
we'll be playing. That's who we'll play, though, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be who we played? Unless somebody else got upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, and which I don't see that happening. What's number 2, Buffalo?
Yeah.
And nobody else is going to get upset. Not the way Baltimore's playing. We would have to play the Chiefs, and this would be our time to beat them. Well, we'd have to. We play them in Arrowhead again. Tim Settle. We're gonna say Tim Settle gonna be talking. He was talking about the playoff game, not the regular season.
But no, but to be completely honest, Lamar Jackson has been known to choke.
That's true.
He has been known to choke.
He's a regular
MVP. Wins the MVP and plays like shit in the playoffs.
Even last year, I don't think Lamar Jackson and them go beat Buffalo. I don't think they'll beat Buffalo because I just think that Josh Allen.
Baltimore might lose in the first round. That's what I'm saying is they might lose in the first round.
No, I don't think so. I think they'll be all right. Who are they playing the first one? We don't be the
Chargers.
Even know right now.
And the thing is, if you have any mental capacity for Jim Harbaugh, you gonna give him that much time to plan for a specific team?
I don't know. They already beat him. He already lost it. Jim Harbaugh seems to not be able to beat his brother, so we'll see how that happens.
Yeah.
it seems
like every nothing else, if nothing else, they had a personnel to actually stop Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and that wild card game would technically be a revenge game for Deontay Johnson.
Oh yeah, true. Because he just played with the Steelers last year.
Yeah. They traded him to the Panthers this offseason. So, but look.
A box of chips.
Yeah, really. I think this is a good spot to go ahead and wrap it up, gentlemen. Do you have any closing comments?
Fuck Lamar Jackson and his jogging. Patrick Mahomes, you can kiss my ass.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're ducking the knees.
Championship.
We'll see if my dude.
The AFC, not divisional. It'll be divisional, not championship. Divisional round.
That's the energy I want to have. But CJ got to throw the ball to somebody else on our team.
Yeah,
him and Nico got a connection, but hey, CJ, you got a Sunday off. Go to church. Go to church.
Yep.
Holler at God. Say, hey man, we not seeing eye to eye on something, or is it something I'm not doing to impress you? But help me.
Shout out to CJ Stroud real quick for potentially, it's not like set in stone yet or anything, but potentially getting my dad to start watching football again, professional football. He stopped because of Colin Kaepernick stuff, but now the teams are actually like, praying and, CJ's coming up to the stand and saying, first of all, glory to God. My dad's kind of interested again. So I'm hoping this is a snowball effect.
We all hoping.
But yeah. Chris, you got anything?
No, I do not. I want to get. I want to hurry up and get through. I want to get to the playoffs now. I understand we got some things we need to see, but I want to get to the playoffs. I know we got to see some Deontay, whatever. I don't even want to say his name because
we can't lose to the Titans again, can we?
Yeah,
I mean, we can, but like I don't want that to fucking happen. I'm trying to go to the game. I don't want to get embarrassed.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh,
Now I will say that I have gone to every Texans Titans game since at least 2015. I've rarely seen us lose in Nashville.
Okay.
Rarely.
Okay.
That includes a game that the neck, Davis Mills, got a dub. Okay. So even if we are resting for whatever reason, which I think is going to happen, but shouldn't because they've been playing like ass, I still have faith that Davis Mills could do some things.
King of turtlenecks.
The necks. I can't even pretend that my neck is as long as it. But all right. Y'all have a good night. Folks, thank you for watching. Appreciate y'all coming on. Most of all, be good people and go Texans.
go Texans.